with Kimmi. How's it going? I am Kimmi Nunnally, your host, just saying hello, stopping by. What is going on in these notary streets? We just wrapped up a mentor session. And if you're not a part of mentorship, I'll tell you about it in a second. But I really just hopped on to see if I can answer any questions for anyone. I can always start out with a story. I'm going to welcome those who will listen to the replay and those who will listen to the podcast. I had a couple of questions actually in the chat, in the YouTube space. Let me see, can I pull them up right quick? And I will answer those live. Hold on one second. Let me see, can I pull them up? I'm not going to try to type them while I'm going over it. Hey, welcome everybody. Let me find my comment section right quick and see, can I answer these questions? Because we had a couple questions. Let's see. Hold on one second. Hey everybody, welcome. I'm just gonna answer a few YouTube questions here live. I just hopped on. We just finished up a chat with our Notary Mentor Success Program. So let me get some of these questions here. Let's see. Okay, I gotta move my phone. So the first thing we have is Miss Shar. Hey guys, welcome. Miss Shar, she put a comment. She says, "You promise." That was regarding a post. Hey Anitra, how's it going? That was regarding a post I put out today that we want to help you with your business. So we do want to help you though. That's not just a post. That's real talk. Then we have another comment here from Nye the Overreader. Says, "Hello, do you certify people for loan signing in the state of Georgia?" We don't actually certify you, but we help you to pass the NNA test to become a loan signing agent by means of our loan signing course. Okay, so that's how we help you to with your loan signing part of your business, and actually help you to become a great notary, because you have to have a great foundation. So check out the notary. Check out my book, Start Your Notary Business in the State of Georgia. It's a peach colored book because we're the peach state. What? But check out that book, and it's going to give you all the details as to what you can actually do here in the state of Georgia. Okay, so check that out, and it's going to give you a good foundation. And then from there, we can help you with your training, and that looks like a couple different ways. Either you can do our mentorship program, which includes all of our courses and weekly live sessions, actually more than that sometimes. Weekly live sessions where we do a little training, and then it's always coaching, whatever you need help on. And then the other piece of that, or you can do self-paced courses. So it's completely up to you, whichever you choose. Okay. We'd love to have you in the program. Check all things notary, notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay. The mentorship is $47 per month. And again, it does include all 16 courses. I believe we got 16 plus over 50 replays and live weekly sessions. So there's so much information there. You will be ready to do this business. We had somebody saying hello. That was Tam Zig. And then what else do we have? Let's see what other questions we had. Oh, Gold Seal. So you guys hear me talk about that's from Original Creation 36. Hey, Original Creation 36. And hi, everybody that's joining me live. Just answering a few YouTube comments. I will go back and type these later, but I'm going to answer them live here. You guys hear me often talk about my embosser. I love my embosser. Okay. And I highly recommend you have one. Now, a lot of newer notaries aren't familiar with the embosser. They don't know how to use it. If they don't think it's even a requirement, it's not necessary. But I firmly believe you need one. And I know you do for a fact, because a lot of times clients will ask you, hey, do you have that little crimpy thing? So you need to know how to use it. Some states may say you cannot use it in place of your stamp. So a really quick version on how you use it. I do have several videos here on the channel about how to use an embosser, but I typically will use that on a will, a power of attorney, something that doesn't have any notarial wording that I want to make look a little prettier, something like that. But it's not a requirement to use it. That's why a lot of people don't have one, but it will make you stand out. So do you all have an embosser? Those that are here with me right now, put a 1 in the chat if you have an embosser. Let me know. Do you have an embosser? Do you even know what it is? So I don't just emboss the paper, though. I put the gold seal to make it look pretty. And then I put the embosser. I emboss it. So check out the free, again, free, Lori. Hey, Lori. Lori's in mentorship. Lori, you can't get enough of me. I know. I love having you here too, girl. But Lori has her embosser and has been able to use it. Hey, Laura Torres. Laura has one too. Yes. So you need to have an embosser, okay? Now, that doesn't take the place of your notary stamp. It just makes your document look pretty, okay? Like I put on lipstick, calling myself, making myself look better. Or I stick a flower in my hair. These things are not required, right? Thanks, Lori, since she's going to keep me company. Yeah, these things are not required, right? It's not required for me to put a flower in my hair or to wear lipstick. Even though if I don't have on a flower, people will be like, are you sick? What's wrong with you? Where's your flower? So, but again, it's not a requirement, but it just makes things look pretty, okay? So, hey, Rabina, how are you? Welcome. So the next question or statement we have here is, how do I sign up for, that's from Dion Demetria Hicks. She was asking, how does she sign up for, it was a previous class that she saw she was trying to sign up for. We don't offer that class anymore. Now our training is either via mentorship or it would be self-paced. So we don't offer any classes right now, okay? The only group thing we have going on is the mentorship. All right. And that's been working out really great. We're so proud of our mentorship program. We got a lot of hearts on some of the videos. We always appreciate that. Joyce Parton, she commented on one of my videos. She said she's definitely going to follow me and she loves my apostille training. So I have free apostille trainings here on the channel before a deep dive and to really get in there and know what an apostille is and make that money and do it correctly. Check out the training, okay? And then we have just as Shar, as we talking about how sometimes taking lower paying, she watched a video about lower paying assignments, how it all adds up. So she just put 30 plus 30 plus 30. And it does add up. If you make $30 extra a day doing one, what we call a lower paying assignment, 30 times 30 is 900, right? So could you do something with 900 extra dollars that you wasn't planning on for one job that takes 15 minutes? I think so. Then we have Casa Bella Cole says that they love that video. It must have been a apostille video, I think. That video has so many hits on it, guys. The next question we have is from C's Geese. They said, I want to actually do translations, not be the middleman. What do I recommend? I have to get back to that one. That was going to take a little time. That's why I didn't answer it that day. But so I have a translation course and they watch my translation video. So there's several ways to make translations happen for your clients, okay? The first way is you are the person that does the translation. Okay, that's what he's talking about or she's talking about. So you would just, advertise that, you want to start a translation business and people will find you. You have to go out and advertise it like anything else that you do translations. And that kind of thing grows really rapidly. Word of mouth. Because like if I use you, then I'm going to tell my family, they're going to tell their friends, somebody's going to tell somebody. So that's how that kind of business really starts off. But also you want to advertise, get out in the community. Hey, I do translation of documents. Okay. Now, you have to be cautious of that because some documents have to be what's called ATA translated. So I have a whole translation course. I have a couple of translation videos here on the channel that teach you how to start doing translations. So the other way to do translations is you are the go-between, and that's what I do. So I don't speak 50 different languages, but I can help 50 different people that speak 50 different languages get their documents translated because I know how to do it. And that's what my translation course will teach you how to do. Be the middleman, okay? So, and that means they give me their documents, I get it translated, I give it back to them. Most kind of like the apostille framework. That's how that works. So I do translations all day long, all day. And I do a lot of translations. Now that is a lucrative business, and I just charge a little surcharge. Sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. I'll just charge a little surcharge on what the company charges. Okay. So if you're not doing translation services, you should be adding that to your business. Lori, thank you. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, please. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. Yeah, like and subscribe. Okay. And let's see. We had a comment for Memorial Day from Radgust78. Thank you. Hoping everybody was safe. Somebody else is saying good stuff on one of the videos, Notary Signing Agent video that they were watching. We got some hand claps from Carrie Ann. So that was it. Do you all have any questions tonight? I'll just hang out just for a few minutes. If not, I didn't really have anything specific, just kind of hanging out for a few minutes. Like I said, I just finished a mentor session. Let me tell you about the mentorship session really quick before I go. So again, it does include access to all of the trainings that we have. So if you're serious about your notary business, check it out. Okay? If you are serious about your notary business, if you really want to know how to get it started, if you really want to know the ins and outs and actually build it, the mentorship program is going to be best for you. If you still just kind of want to see what it's about, get your feet wet, see what we teach, try a self-course pace. If you like the way we teach, I always say, if you like what we do here on YouTube, you'll love the training. It's on steroids, okay? All right. So you have options. The courses are 60% off, not the mentorship, but the actual self-paced courses. They're 60% off. Use coupon code WIN2025. And then also my new notary collection. If you've not seen that yet, I think it's 10 notary journals from horses and dogs and all kind of stuff. Cars, they are beautiful. Hot pink, orange, and I'm working on a red right now as we speak. I'm waiting on it to get approved. I have a beautiful red one that's coming out and a blue, a blue one. Yeah. So we have a blue right now, but the blue is kind of a futuristic car. So we're going to actually have a blue one now. So it's coming, y'all. Get ready. So Laura Torres says, we can catch you live Monday and Wednesday at 5 Central Time. No, Laura, I don't have a set time that I go live here. Right now, I don't. I've been trying to see how can I incorporate that, but I spend more time over in mentorship. So prior to that, we did have every Monday night, but it's been over a year since we had every Monday night. We used to go live every Monday. And now that we have the mentorship program, it's just a little harder because if we're not talking to the people via a session, a live session, then we're helping them in our chat. We have a live chat that runs 7 days a week from almost 8 o'clock in the morning or whoever gets up first until around 11. Now, I do have a hard 11 o'clock at night. We shut that down and we run it till 11 at night. Most people don't because we do have a lot of people on Central Time, Mountain Time, Pacific Time. So yeah, so we're not here on a schedule. Honestly, my eventual goal, and I keep wanting to do it, but I actually work too, so I'm not just a YouTuber, but I have my own notary business. So between running my notary business and running the mentorship program, I just don't have time to come on here like I want to. So like even right now, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be scheduling my YouTube lives better than I'm doing, and I'm terrible at scheduling. I'm a willy-nilly kind of person, so I had a few minutes right now, so I said I'm going to talk to the people, versus scheduling it and building anticipation and all the stuff that I should do as a YouTuber. So I'm just here as Kimmi, your notary educator, trying to help y'all. So if you got some questions, though, feel free to ask. I got a few more minutes, okay? So, yes, Laura. Oh, good. So you understand. Very good. So Robin says, it's great. I use the steps mentioned. Very good. Very good. Robin, are you talking about mentorship or what, or the translation? What are you talking about? Hey guys, welcome. I see we have quite a few people that have joined us. If you have any questions, hey GG Solutions, I was giving you a shout out. You didn't come to mentorship tonight. That was an extra session, so you might have had something going on, but I heard about your website yesterday. And I saw it actually. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. The mentor program. Okay, Robin. Okay, yes. Robin's talking about the mentorship program. Yes. Thank you, Robin. And we appreciate you for being a part of it too. I know some stuff going on in chat right now. I just cannot check it out because I'm live here on YouTube. So if y'all see something in chat that I need to, like a 911, let me know. But Lisa, Alexis, and Jeffrey should be over there handling it. Yes, GG Solutions, your website looks really good. So we had a conversation, not just with GG Solutions, but other people. When you're doing your website, sometimes it's things that we may like, but we got to always make sure that what do our clients want? Okay, what's the expectation of someone in this industry? You know, for example, if I'm going to see if I'm looking for a doctor, I want to make sure his page looks professional, right? And some of our pictures and stuff, we just want to always make sure that pictures, colors, logos, etc. It's certain things like for what I do for here on YouTube, I would never put on my personal business page, right? Because my YouTube audience is different than my notary business page. It's completely different. So whereas if I get on here and I dance a little bit, that's okay, right? As a content creator slash educator, right? That's okay. But as a notary handling $1 million property, they not trying to see me out there dancing and playing my songs and doing all that. Okay, they're just not. So I say that because again, even for myself, I walk a fine line from what I put over here and what I put on Instagram and what I put on TikTok. And if you notice, I've been putting a lot more personal things like, you know, just dancing and music. And I love all those things. So I've not implemented too much before because I just really focused on the education. I'm all about, I didn't feel it was necessary to do all that dancing and stuff. I just did not, right? However, and this is for you, everything always leads back to your business. So in my professional as a content creator, I can't always just focus on education because on TikTok and Instagram, they're looking for something like really quick to grab their eye. So if I got to show myself with my FedEx package and I'm dancing a little bit, they're loving that. They go crazy, okay? But if I get on there and I'm talking about, yeah, so the notarial act of filling out a jurat or the notarial act of completing an acknowledgement, they're like, what's that? They don't even know what it is. They don't even care what it is, right? Now they want to see me with my notary stamp, and I'm like, hey, smiling or whatever. They want to see that. They want to see what I do. They don't really care about the business yet. So even for you and your notary business, that's what we were just talking about. Make sure that your branding reflects that, hey, I'm a professional. It reflects, hey, I want your business. When you answer the telephone, don't answer it the same way you answer it when you're talking to your friends, okay? The way you answer your business line is going to be different than the way you I'm trying to talk and type. See, that's a bad combination. But the way you answer your telephone when you're talking to your friends or your family is going to be different than when you're talking to your client, or it should be, okay? All right. So I want to make sure. So anyway, yeah, but the websites are coming along very nicely. For those of you who may not be in mentorship, Alexis is actually assisting people with their, we'll do a little bit whatever we can for free within the sessions because we have a course on how to do everything. But if you need additional help, she's been able to help a few people within the group. And you don't have to be a part of mentorship to have Alexis help you. You could just reach out to notaryeducatorsllc@gmail.com, okay? And then she could assist you with that. So anyway, all that being said, what questions do you all have while I am here? Anything else? Anything else you have going on and want to discuss really quick while I'm here? Something quick I can help you with. What? Anything? I'm looking in the comments. Yeah, I got so many compliments today on this green. So that's what I was gonna tell you too. Even like when we go out and you're dressing, you know, for the public or whatever, go dressed up. Go dressed up. When I don't have a flower in my hair, I'm trying to put my thumbnail together while I'm talking to y'all. Like I was saying earlier, if I don't have a flower in my hair, the people are like, what's going on? Are you sick? So I got so many compliments today, and I actually like this green. I'm not feeling how my arms look, but that's another story. And we ain't gonna be perfect. This is not that. This is not that station. So I won't bore y'all with that. But but I will say, dress for success. It really does make a difference when you get dressed up. Like, I hardly ever come on here live and I don't have on some lip gloss, lipstick, something, right? I'm just not going to do that. Now I don't come in full glam because I just don't do that anyway. But for me, so whatever your um, expectation is you set for yourself, somebody was saying earlier they got a last minute assignment. I usually try to get up in the morning and get dressed so I can make sure that I'm ready for assignments when they do come. Hold on, I'm trying to get this thumbnail together. I always try to make sure that I am um, halfway ready. At least wash my face, see what I'm gonna wear in case I do get a call. So I'm not walking around in a 3-piece suit all day. And I don't even wear that anyway. When I'm going out to see my clients, I don't. And you don't have to wear suits. You can go, I'll say semi-casual. It depends on where my job is too. So if I'm going to a bank, I'm moving the camera because I'm trying to put this thumbnail together while I'm sitting here multitask. When I'm going to a banking job though, I always make sure that I usually wear a jacket when I'm going to a bank for a signing, and I like to have my name badge also when I am going to a signing at the bank. I like to make sure. So you'll see what certain things is like a non-negotiable for you when you start doing your assignments. Now, if I'm doing general notary work, and I've had people ask me this, well, I got a call and I was at the park with my kids, and I didn't know if I should go do the job because I wasn't dressed appropriately. I will let the client know, hey, I just left. I'm at the park with my children. I have my notary bag. I don't mind coming to do the assignment if that's okay with you. And they're like, I don't care how you look. I've never had nobody say, no, you need to come dressed up. You're going to come to me, ever. So that's not going to happen. So always think about where you're going. Again, if you got time for the appointment to get yourself dressed up, of course you're going to do that. But if you don't have time, it's okay. Again, I let my client know, hey, I'm at the park. I just finished walking. I'm going to get this question in 1 second. Let me just type this. Yeah, so I let them know, hey, I can come and do it because I always have my bag, right? I'm always ready. You guys have probably heard me mention one time, me and Angela, our other trainer that used to be with us, we were all at dinner one day. And she was asking, and I got a phone call, and I didn't have my bag that day. I always have my bag, but somebody I was with gonna have a bag. So Angela had her bag, and me and her went and did that job, y'all. So we don't be playing. We do not play around here. Somebody gonna have a notary bag. If I don't have mine, Jeffrey got his. If me and Alexis together, somebody got a bag because we ain't leaving no bags on the table, okay? Somebody gotta have a bag. All right. So let's see here. Let me get these questions right quick. So let's go to Laura says, nope, I was just happy to catch you live. My schedule got wonky. Yes to the green flower. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Jazzy says, do you feel like the notary market is saturated? I'm in Georgia like you, and I'm interested in being an NSA. Hold on. Interested in being an NSA, but I don't have the funding to do that at the moment. Any advice on how to move forward? Yes, Jazzy07. It's not oversaturated. Let me tell you why it's not. Oh, I love that question. Let me tell you why the market is not oversaturated. The market is not oversaturated because 90% of us do not pick up our telephones. We are notaries on paper only. We're not doing no work, right? And things happen. People let their commission expire. People die. Unfortunately, I got one job that I have right now with a regular client because their regular notary died. And I've been working with them now for 3 years. And it was sad when I heard it. I was like, man, but it was an opportunity for me. But it was sad that someone had died, of course. But that's how I got the opportunity. So don't forget, a lot of us started this during COVID, so they've gone back to work full time. Some people have let their commissions expire, as I mentioned earlier. So there's always room for the next person. There's always room. Even when I started my YouTube channel, Short Story, when I started with so many people doing this thing on YouTube, right? And I was like, what in the world will I talk about? What will I say? Will people even listen or whatever, right? Guess what? Not only did they listen, but they came through. I was saying something, even if I said it different in my own way, that another notary, they can't do my experiences no more than I can do theirs, right? We may do the same thing, but some things I have a different experience, life experience, notary experience, business experience, and that would be the same thing for you. So you may come in as a newbie and kill the game. Now, to your part about and I'll tell you how I know, because you hear me tell stories on here all the time. I was looking for a notary, couldn't find one. Looking for a witness, couldn't find one. Called 10 notaries, nobody answered the phone. And if I had $1 for every time a client told me that, nobody answered their phone. And there's more opportunity. Really said it. You got me started now. The other piece of opportunity for being a notary is I don't work. Well, I do work after 8 because I try to get all the money right. But there are notaries who only work like 9 to 5. I work 9 to 8 technically on paper. But if somebody called me right now, it's 8:30. You don't think I'm gonna notarize that document? Mm-hmm. You know it, like a poet. So anyway, my point being though, some people don't work on weekends. I got one friend. I was like, "Hey, can you go do a job?" I don't work on weekends. I don't work Sundays. Oh, okay, must be nice. I work 7 days a week, and my friends laugh when I say that, but I'm open 7 days a week. I didn't used to be. At one time, I closed. I closed on Saturdays and Sundays, and I work 9 to 5. And my niece, Alexis, our other trainer, she said, "Hey, Auntie, you leaving money on the table." She said the nurses get off at 7, and they blowing up my phone. Now she lived near a hospital at the time, so the nurses was blowing up her phone after 7 o'clock. She said, "I stay open." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So my point is that it's not oversaturated. It's only going to be what you make it. So is there still room for you? Yes. I've been here. If you've been watching me any length of time, you can go back. I just celebrated 4 years here on YouTube, and the game is still the game. You got to know how to play it. You got to know how to play it. Now, you said you want to be a loan signing agent or a notary signing agent. Those terms are interchangeable, but you don't have the funds right now. So what would I recommend? I would recommend learning general notary work. Okay. Learning basic general notary work. You don't have to have all the equipment for that. You can go be called to hospitals. You can be called to nursing homes, learn the apostille business. You don't have to be a notary at all to be an apostille agent or facilitator, whatever word you want to insert. But I recommend that you are a notary because a lot of documents have to be notarized. One, and you have to be a good notary in order to do apostille work. You have to, because there's going to be certain things, like for example, really quick, and then we can get a few more questions. When it comes to apostille, for example, I had one I did a couple months ago. You heard me talk about this probably if you watch me anytime. And the notary stamp was expired. I was not the notary that did the apostille. I got to move this ring light. I was not the notary that did the apostille. Do I even need that? Hold on. I probably could use it, but let me leave it on. I wasn't the notary that did but the ring light is bothering my eye. That did the apostille. I was facilitating the apostille. So I have to know if I didn't know, being a notary educator and knowing notary stuff like I know, I wasn't able to use that person's stamp on that document because their notary stamp was expiring in 3 days. My client was getting married in a destination wedding. So I wasn't able to use that stamp. Now, anybody else would have went ahead and got an apostille not paying attention to the date of the notary stamp. But I already know if this person is 3 days from now that the notary stamp is expiring. So if he's getting married in 6 months, is he going to be able to use that document? If he was getting married next week, is he going to be able to use that document? No. So typically, and this is why in my apostille course, I even teach that, check the dates of your documents. So you can do apostille work. So in our mentorship program, it's $47 per month. And that's why I came up with, for 2025, no excuses. 2025 and going on, no more excuses. Because I literally give you access to 16 training courses, everything you need, plus over 50 hours of replays of sessions that we have, live weekly sessions every week. We meet every week. We've not missed a week. Anybody here in chat, have we missed 1 week of mentor sessions? I know I got some mentees here in the group. Anybody, have we missed one session? Let me know. Let me know. And this has been going on we're going almost into 2 years. Wait a minute. Let me get my story straight. Hold on. We started the other mentorship last March. So actually a year and a half. I don't know why it seemed longer than that, y'all. I really think it's been longer than that. But it's been over a year. We've not missed one session. So every week we meet. The days I try to rotate them so everybody can participate. So this week it might be Tuesday, next week Monday. Now this whole month is on Tuesdays. Our sessions are on Tuesdays, but we had a bonus session tonight because I just felt like we needed a little powwow, a little session, because it was so many good things that we talked about last night in the session that we needed a part two. All right. So yes, there is room for you in this business, and don't let nobody tell you that there is not. And Laura is saying it best too. Yes, there's enough business for everyone. Because even listen, we're in Georgia. I got notaries right up the street, and Laura's correct. There's business for everybody. I can't do every single notary. I can't. I would like to, but I cannot even get everybody if I wanted to. So sometimes I have to give it out. I go on vacation. I have deaths in the family. Somebody's sick. Jeffrey's sick. I'm sick. He's hardly ever sick. I'm the one always sick, y'all. He ain't never sick, which I'm glad. I don't want my husband sick, but I'm the one, like right now, my allergies are still on 100. I've been dealing with that for going into week 2 now. But anyway, I get sick, so I can't do all the jobs. Nobody can. Okay? So don't let that stop you. This market is not oversaturated. It's not. It never will be. And we just got a report from Georgia. The number of apostilles that are happening in this state are crazy. They went up 60%. Probably with some of the immigration stuff, but they went up. Notarizations, 4 million a year. Check the NNA stats. That's not a number I just made up. It's probably more than that now. Wanda said, Gigi's cracking up. Gigi Solutions. Wanda says, hi, I will join your mentorship soon. Can't wait to get started. We'll be looking for you, Wanda. Lori says, not a one. We've not missed one session. We meet every week, 52 weeks in a year. Even for holidays. I know the holiday is coming up, like on a Friday or something, Saturday, whatever day it is. I just make sure we do it in the beginning of the week. So you guys can enjoy your family, your time off. I can enjoy my family, my time off. But we're going to have our sessions. We do it weekly. So we're very, very organized. Okay. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Yep. GG Solutions said not a week. We meet every week, y'all. So this ain't just hype. Our mentorship program, I hesitated when we first started to put number 1 in front of it, but I can stand here and stand on this. I believe we have the number 1 mentorship program. I know it. I can say that proudly now. Did I have a little bit of what they call imposter syndrome at first with the mentorship program? Because I was just a little hesitant. I was like, but when you know, you know. So now I know, honey. Ain't no imposter syndrome around here. We are doing the thing. And our mentees are doing things too. Sometimes a little slower for others. Everybody's working. People got family lives. People sick. People dying. It's all kind of stuff going on. They in school. They got kids. Life is lifing, but people are still making progress. And when it doesn't work for you anymore, if you have to go, we're going to still be friends at the end of the day. We're going to still be friends. You can cancel the membership at any time. There's no pressure. You don't have to email me. You don't have to let me know. A lot of people do, though, because they're so grateful and so appreciative. And I'm glad that they do, because I'm like, well, what happened to such and such? But if it happens, it happens. People come back. I have several people that left and came back. They leave and come back. So, it's whatever you want it to be. We're consistent in what we do, what we provide, and it's up to you to make the program work how you want it to work. Jazzy07 says, I am currently a notary and I'm just looking to move forward. I'm out of work at the moment. I'm going to look into your courses. It's about sacrificing. Yeah, and I don't want you to do anything, Jazzy07, that's going to stress you out financially, mentally. That's not what this is about. So if it means that you have to wait a little bit before you start your business, that's just what it means. Take advantage of the videos, though. Take advantage of the free stuff I have here, because I have a lot of free stuff on the channel. I have 1,000 videos. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure. For those that are live, I wanted to make sure I finished something on this computer. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to put you all in my chest. But anyway, yeah, take your time, hun. We are going to be here, God willing. I always say that because, I could have a car accident tomorrow. But as long as I'm upright and I'm in my right mind and everything, the plan is to continue to do notary education, and it's needed, and that's what we do. We educate, and I always tell people, because sometimes they're like, Miss Kimmi, I didn't mean to let that light go out. They're like, Miss Kimmi, just tell me the answer, Miss Kimmi. Yeah, I don't just tell you the answer though. I'm gonna make you work for it because I want you to know what you're doing. Okay? So it's easy for me just to say, yes, go do ABC, right? Trying to pack up. Did I bruise my arm? Hold on. Thought I saw a bruise on my arm. But we actually teach you. So sometimes it takes me longer to teach you than just to tell you what to go do. But I'm an educator, so I take time. I truly believe that. I want you to know why you're doing it. I don't want you just to say, Miss Kimmi said, Alexa said, Lisa said, Jeffrey said. I want you to know why you're doing something, and that's how you become a true business boss. Not because I told you to go do something. Now we could talk it out, you know, and we all come to the same conclusion. Great, and that's going to happen. It's going to be times when I have to talk out things. And I have to get help from you all. I've gotten many. It's so funny. When you give, you always receive. Now, we ain't getting ready to go there. But I want to make sure before I throw this document away. This is my notes from yesterday. When you give, guys, you always receive. There's no doubt about it. You always, always, always receive when you give. Okay? There's no workaround. That's law. That's law. Just as sure if you jump off a building, you're going to fall to the ground. When you give, you get. Now, it may not come back from the same person that you gave it to. Let's say that, right? Have you ever did something for somebody and you're like, oh, they're not going to even say thank you. Oh, they didn't even appreciate it. But then your blessing comes from somebody else even bigger. Okay? It's matched to what you did or even bigger. And you don't know what's going to come from. So I say that because in one of our sessions, one of our mentees, he said, hey, I got the journal collection. You guys, I talked about that earlier. And if you're late or just coming in, check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com under the notary supplies. I have a beautiful journal collection, 10 different journals. They're beautiful. But they only came in paperback at the time. And at that time, I only had one. So talking to my person, and he says, hey, can I get this in paperback? I wonder. And hardback. And I was like, I don't know. I was thinking to myself, well, why not? So I'm not a no person. I'm more like a why not? How can I make it happen? Right? My first inclination is never just no. I'm like, oh, let me think about that. I thought about it, and sure enough, a week later, honey, your girl had paperback journals, and they are beautiful. They are beautiful. I kept the price reasonable. The NNA journals are like $50 for hardback. I kept them very reasonable. They're only $29.99, and the paperback is $12.99. So it covers every single thing you need. It's a space in there for the signing company, who you worked with, because a lot of times we forget what company did I work with. And we don't keep our stamps separate. How many stamps did I have for my travel fee, for my regular fee? So I got spaces in there for all that. It covers everything in your business, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, I-9, everything you need. So Jazzy 07 saying maybe it'll be my birthday gift to myself. Yes, just subscribe. Thank you. We appreciate it. And we'll see you when you're ready, okay? No pressure again. So let's see what Notary Giant. Hey, my friend, how you doing out there? He says, hey, Kimmi, how are you? I'm okay. Business is businessing. Business is businessing. Finally, we have some great weather. Yes, Notary Giant is in New York. Shout out, my friend. Good to see you. Or you're welcome. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Everybody saying amen, amen. So I see I got all my mentees here. And again, I want to thank all of you guys for rocking with us, supporting us, and helping us. Yeah, I mean, even Lori, what she does here, like making sure y'all like and subscribe. Frank used to do that. I haven't seen Frank in a minute. Frank from what did he say? Lower Alabama. But thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. But all of those things like that, that's her way of supporting me in my business. You see, I support them, and that's her way of supporting me. I really appreciate that. So again, it may not even be matched gift for gift or talent for talent or whatever. It doesn't matter. whatever little piece you can contribute, it helps the next person. And I was saying that earlier in our chat, our group is amazing about helping each other. They really are. It's not, I know something you don't know. I work with the signing company you don't work with. No, it's like, how did you get that job? And they'll share what company it was. Everybody's in different states. This is not state specific. I happen to live in the state of Georgia, but all of my documents do not originate from Georgia. I teach nationwide. We have people in here from Illinois, Texas, California, Nevada. Okay, and they're gonna kill me because I ain't say they state. Florida. Okay. California. I don't know if I said California, but we got a lot of states in our group. So it's not state specific. It's not. And if you think your notary training is going to be state specific, you're not going to be a great notary. You're not. There are going to be some things that your state only permits or allows, but to think that all of your documents are going to originate in your state, you're not going to know how to properly notarize. You're not. So that's why people say, Kimmi, how are you able to teach all 50 states? That's how, because I know how to properly notarize. Okay. So we got a few more minutes. Any other questions? Lori, again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, because some of you were over on the live too. GG Solutions, anything going on with you? Anybody else? Robin? Anybody else? And of course, if you're not in mentorship, you can ask a question. But I was making sure I got them too, because a couple of them didn't make it over to the live session we had tonight. So any other questions? Nothing? Going once? Going twice? I'll give y'all a few minutes to type. Yeah, for all things notary, though, check out notaryeducatorsllc.com. And we're going to be here, like I said, God willing. So take your time. There's no pressure. I never pressure anybody. A good place to start while you're waiting, though, to start purchasing things is to start with the start your notary business in whatever state you're located in. So check out our book collection. Okay, play around with the website and take your time. I have a signing Friday for employment verification. Good, congratulations. Is that going to be electronic or paper, or do you know yet? Is that for I-9 or is that for a notary? Which one? I-9 verification or some other type of employment verification? Let me know. And for my I-9, I do have a training on that, but people in California can only do that if they have an immigration bond. So I do have a bond, immigration bond here in Georgia. It's not required, but at one time I was going to do immigration work. So I do have an immigration bond from the NNA. Again, it's not a requirement for my state. But fortunately, I have the bond because I had a I-9 that I had to complete for somebody that was working in California. And she asked me, was I bonded? And I was able to say, yes, I am. It cost me $100 a year. For those of you who may be new to this industry too, errors and omission insurance. I wouldn't drive a car without car insurance. Don't stamp a paper without no insurance. Oh, it's going to be by paper. Very good, GG Solutions. Very good. Yeah, don't stamp no paper. Don't do no notarizations and you don't have insurance, because it'll bite you. Again, I don't drive vehicles without car insurance. I don't stamp a paper without insurance. So the NNA insurance is $30 a year, more or less. It's probably gone up a little bit, because when I bought my last insurance from them, the errors and omission, I went ahead and did a 4-year commitment to match my hey Melissa, what's up? I went ahead and did a 4-year errors and omission insurance to match my commission. So you don't have to do that, but I did it last time because I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this, like doing a thing. You know, when I first started, I did the $30. I did the 1 year because I wasn't sure if I was going to do this as a business. I wasn't sure what I was getting into. I just knew I needed some insurance. So I was like, let me get something. So I had a $25,000 policy. And I'm trying to see you out there in my yard. 25,000. I think it's my neighbor just walking. I done missed my walk too. Let it get dark. But I had a $25,000 policy, and you don't have to have $1 million policy. You hear people say that all the time. That's not a requirement. Minimum is 25. Most people will work with you with that. Now, I'm always going to say this. If there's a certain company you want to work with and they say you have to have 1 million or you have to have 100,000, if you want to work with them, that's what you got to have. Now, I've never had any company tell me I need that kind of coverage. I still don't carry that. Okay. I don't. I don't think you need to broadcast how much you have. I don't think you need to put on your business cards. I don't think it should be on your website. No one's ever asked me how much insurance I have. If I even have insurance, they never asked me that. So I'm going to give you a word of caution too when you go on shopping for your insurance. You don't have to buy this big old expensive policy, because a lot of times too, that's why we can't get started. Frank talk. People will say, well, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need this, you need that. Not true. Not true. I gotta drink some water, y'all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's not true. You don't need all this stuff to get started. General notary work, basically, you do need to have your commission, of course, from your state. That might run you $50, $60. I don't know what it costs in your state. It might be $100, whatever. You do need some basic supplies. You need ink pens. You need ink pens. You need clipboards. I always say you need clipboards because you'll never know if you're going to be notarized on the ground. You need something hard to stamp on. You need your ink stamp. Some extra ink. Always have extra. You need a bag. I always say put everything in a bag because I don't want to lose it. And it looks professional. You need some business cards to get started. You need to be able to get out there and talk to people. I'm sure I missed a couple of things. You need the journal. My journal. Check it out. notaryeducatorsllc.com. But yeah. So it's not a huge investment to get started. It's really not. Now your money comes into play when you get ready to start doing, go ahead and put your questions, guys. I see we got some new people. If you want an answer tonight, go ahead and put your question because I am getting ready to start wrapping up. But if you want to, I was going to stay about an hour. If you want to, what was I getting ready to say? I was talking about supplies. Oh, yeah. If you want to start doing loan signings, you will eventually need a printer. You will. That's a non-negotiable. I'm not going to even act like you don't. I'm not going to tell you to go to FedEx. I'm not going to tell you to go to UPS. It can be very expensive if you don't have a printer to handle your business. It just is. That's just fact. So eventually when you start doing loan signing, though, you will need a printer. Can you get away with a single tray? Eventually you can. You can start with a single tray. You can. And the reason I say you can start with that because it's a app called Notary Rotary or a website. They have something called Page Sorter. You can use that for free, and you can print like the legal size paper. So, for example, if you got a 100-page document and 50 of them, there's usually not that many. Let's say 8 of them are legal size, the 8 by 14 and a half or whatever. You can set settings, and it knows the difference between what's letter size and what's legal. So you can get started with a single tray. I have a dual tray. I bought everything I needed. I don't go half cocked, as they say back in the day. I roll out the gate. I'm rolling strong, right? So I am of the mindset, just kind of, it depends on you though. It just really depends. If I had to do over again, I might have just focused on general notary work and then get into loan signing. I don't know because I'm about streams, multiple streams. So why would I not do loan signing eventually knowing that pays more sometimes than general notary? It just depends, right? I'm about having access to everything. I don't never like to have to say no, right? So I'm about that life. So I offer almost 15 different services. Everything you see almost that the court, I have a course on, I offer that, except Ron, because we can't do it in my state and I don't do wedding officiant, but I know how to do it. So I can teach you how to do it and be profitable and lucrative if that's what you want to do. That being the case though, for loan signing, you do need a little bit more. You do. And you do need the NNA background check. A lot of people nowadays are saying, well, you don't have to do the NNA. You don't have to do the NNA. And true, you do not have to go through the NNA. You don't. But remember, I just talked about having multiple streams, right? So I get people calling me from the general public. And I also get people calling me because I am NNA certified. So why would I just cut that whole stream off? You know, why would I be like, nah, I don't want to work with those people? Why? I don't want to work with the NNA. I don't want to. That's crazy. I don't care where the money come from. If I got to dance through a few hoops with some signing companies, I do that. And I pick and choose at this point who I want to work with. When I first started, I would do, maybe this company. And now that I may not want to work with them anymore. I only work with these kind of people. So, as you continue to grow in the game, you can make different choices, I'm sure when LeBron James started, he might have worked with one team or whatever. And I don't know that much. I'm about to fake this, y'all. But maybe I'm sure they all wanted him when he first started too. So don't come from me in the comments. But I'm just saying it might have been a player though. Let's use a no name player or somebody. When he first started, he didn't have that many choices. He was like, hey, just sign me up for the NFL or NBA or whatever. I'm in. But now he's proven himself, and now he's a great ball player. And they underestimated him, and they paying him big money. Now he can go where he want to go, right? He can go wherever he would like to go, right? So now I'm in the NBA. I can go work where I want to work, right? But when I first started, and I've been doing this for years, and I had a notary experience before I even became an actual notary here on YouTube. So let's get this question from Helena though. Melissa, what's up? Helena says, thanks for saying that. I haven't started yet because of the needs people are saying that I should have. I'm stuck at business structure. My city requires a business license. Got that done. Yeah, Melissa. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, so don't get caught up in you got to have all this stuff. Again, I'm going to say that again for the people in the back, because you will be made to feel like I got to have this, I got to have that. You do not. I took what I did, and the reason I waited, I didn't just like I said, I don't do nothing half cocked. When I come out, I'm coming. Half cocked means you coming prepared, okay, for those who may be young. But anyway, I say that to say this. When I started my business, I again was of the mindset, I want my dual trade printer, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that, right? So I took my general notary money, and I took my money that I was working at the hospital at the time, because I worked at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta for 8 years. I took that money, and then I bought the supplies that I need, not to mention my husband was working at the time too. So I just, got what I needed little by little. Okay. So then by the time I rolled out, I had my printer. I wasn't even doing work because I was scared. That's the other piece of it. We didn't even talk about that yet. Just being terrified of the unknown. When I'm in Georgia again, everybody like, you can't make no money in Georgia. You can't be a loan signing agent. And I said, there's something to this thing. Ain't nobody telling me about it. They don't want to talk about it. They kind of keeping it a secret. But it's something to this notary loan signing agent thing in Georgia. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. So guess what I did? I got to the bottom of it. And then when I did, I told my husband, he was like, nah, Kim, I ain't feeling you doing YouTube. And he was like, no, And me and my husband, we kind of usually can come to terms with stuff together. It's like, he don't like something, I don't like something, we can work it out. With this thing, he was like, a hard no. So for like 4 or 5 months, I'm like, keep coming at him. Because once I learned what to do, I had to share it. And I realized that's why I just said earlier, you give, you give, you give. I was telling everything. And then people kept asking me, hey, can you be my mentor? Hey, can you teach me? Hey, can you train me? And I learned real quick what that meant. I'm going to give you a short version. I'm going to get these last 2 comments. When people say, hey, can you be my mentor back in the day? And it still mean the same thing. That's why I don't do individual mentor, but I do group mentorship. And it's been working amazingly. And giving access to the courses too, because you got to know what you're doing in order for me to mentor you. It's hard for me to mentor you and you don't even know what an acknowledgement is. You don't know what a jurat is. So by me giving access to the trainings, that allowed me to be able to teach you what to do and then come in and coach you. And that I love. That's my jam. You learn what you need to learn on the front end. I give you everything you need to know via the recordings. And then I come in and we clean it up. And together we make magic. Okay. So let's get the rest of these questions before I get out of here. So Melissa says, is the NNA the only place to get that background check that's suitable for the loan signers? I'm going to say yes. Let me tell you why. Okay. People would disagree with me. They will tell you you can get your background check from anywhere. You can go here, you can go there, and you can. Okay. You can do that. You can do whatever you want to do. But I'm going to tell you the reason why I, Kimberly Y. Nunnally, only tell you that I'm Kimberly now. I ain't Kimmy no more. I'm straight up business. The reason I say go to the NNA is because that is the freaking gold standard. I have people right now in my mentorship that bought their background check from somewhere other than the NNA and is not recognized by companies. They're like, we won't work with you. You have to have the NNA. Back to what I was saying earlier. If you want to be successful and have multiple streams and multiple companies and different people you can work with, in addition to growing your business on your own. So I'm already growing my own business over here because I'm getting out there talking to people. I got signing companies calling me, right? And these signing companies are calling me because I am NNA certified. And that's the game we got to play. It ain't pretty, okay? Because a lot of people are like, well, NNA ain't doing nothing. Why I got to pay now? If that's who everybody say you got to pay to get in the game, that's who you got to pay. So I personally only get my background check from the NNA. That is the gold standard in the industry. And again, other people will tell you you can go here, you can go there, but you get with the right few companies and they're not going to work with you because you're not NNA background checked. And that's, you heard it here first. And I don't play games. I ain't got time for that. Okay? So again, I always teach my people, I get everything from the NNA. I get my insurance from the NNA. I get my everything, my background check from the NNA. I don't buy my supplies from the NNA. I get those on Amazon, okay? And you can check on my free notary supply list. I got everything you need. And I even have a little disclaimer over there. Don't buy everything on that list. Don't buy everything on that list initially. Do you need everything on that list? Yes, eventually. But do you have to have everything to get started? No, you don't. Okay? So that's my stand on that, Melissa. Monica Riggs, what's up? What's up? Monica said, I spent all my money and I'm ready to go. Now I got to start making money. Monica. All right, Monica, we got you, girl. If you need mentorship, come on through. If you got it, just start getting out there marketing. Let people know you're notary. Pass out those cards, okay? Let everybody know. Thank you so much, Melissa. You are so welcome. It's my pleasure. And, you know, again, I ain't even supposed to be here tonight because I'm supposed to be planning my lives to be like real content people, right? But I got to hit it when I hit it. If I'm feeling good, I'm looking good, like I was loving my green today, I'm like, we going live. We about to talk, okay? So that's all I got for you guys. I know we had a couple of new people drop on, so I'm going to give y'all 4 minutes if you got a question while I'm here live. 4 minutes. Let's do it. Because I really am going to cut off at the hour mark. 4 minutes. Any other questions? And you're welcome, Melissa. But for everybody else too, for real, y'all, take your time. You know, I wish you all the best in your notary journey. If we can be a part of it, hey, notary educators, we would love to be. If we can help you any kind of way. Best way that I feel I can help you, those if you're a part of mentorship, not because I want your money, but I need to teach you the basics. I need to teach you the foundation, and then I can help you to continue to grow. Okay. And make the business whatever you want to make it, full-time, part-time. I'm from the hospital background, PRN as needed. So you can do whatever you want to do, weekends, holidays, whatever you want to work with this business is up to you. Okay. All right, guys, I don't see no more questions, so I'm going to get out of here. But again, hit the like button for me really quick. I'm waiting on y'all to hit the like button. If you didn't hit it, hit the like button. Come on, work with a girl. All right, guys. Well, until next time, I'm going to wish you again much success in your business. I'm Kimmi, Notary Educators with Kimmi. All things notary. Thanks for the likes, guys. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Either mentorship here on the live or over in the chat in the mentorship. Bye. Have a great day.